You excited to have a good day? Thank you. It's always great to be here. I realize actually this is why I like Comic-Con, and I like it for a lot of reasons, but it's the only place where, and I actually saw this yesterday, you can see somebody standing there who's a zombie, and right next to them, it's a guy who's covered with jerky, like all over his body, that you're supposed to pull off and eat. And the idea of like a zombie, the flesh eater next to the guy who's asking you to eat food off his body, I think that's why I love Comic-Con. That and also the guy who's interviewing people asking what kind of superhero outfit Jesus would wear if he wore one. So that guy stops and don't give him an answer. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you Comic-Con for having us. Thanks to TV Guide Magazine. Have you guys seen this, our issues yet? We have a special Comic-Con issue. And if you have not, we're handing them out. Go to the Warner Brothers booth. They have them down there as well. And thank you to, I don't know where Sherry is, Sherry Kaufman, who organized all this for us, so thank you to Sherry for that. Most of all, before we get started, I have to do this, and I do it every year, but I swear to God, I mean this when, thanks to all of you guys who stood in line, who come here and do this every year. We do what we do at TV Magazine because we love the shows. And we really appreciate the fact that you love the shows too. So, thank you guys for doing this. Give yourselves a big round of applause, because the biggest thank you goes to you guys. All right, before we get started, one thing that, a little bit of business, but I always want to do this. I want to be on a talk show and set up a clip sometime. But for now, it's just me saying, I have a clip I brought. You want to see a TV Guide clip? Yeah. Let's welcome everybody out. First up on the panel, somebody you may recognize from a few shows, but lately a show called V. Please welcome Elizabeth Mitchell. And based on the clip you just saw, I have a different question for him. I hope he comes out in a shirt, but that's just me. Please welcome Morris Chestnut. A little bit of a different look. Don't be afraid. Please welcome Marina Baccarin. Next up, somebody you again may recognize, I think, hopefully, a gentleman named Shai McBride. Someone I like to describe as a likable youngster. Gentlemen, one of the smartest, brightest, most enjoyable executive producers in the business, one of the greatest writers, Kevin Williamson. No space somewhere. All right, so we actually, surprise for some of you may not know, we booked her, but she's got a brand new show coming. She lives, by the way, and she's got a new show on ABC, No Ordinary Family. Please welcome Julie Benz. Another person I think you may recognize, please bear with me if you don't, but I think you do, Miss Summer Glau. A man who, and just as an aside, the best fight scene in the history of movies. Ever seen the movie They Live? The best fight scene ever with this guy and Roddy Piper. Please welcome Keith David. last but not least, and everybody here from the show, The Cape, by the way, star of The Cape, David Lyons. In my real life, I don't know this many people. This is why it's very impressive to actually be up here with everybody. How's everybody doing? Everything good?
I feel fantastic.
I did.
How you doing, Comic-Con?
Hey, I just want to know, how come we couldn't get any super fine, super hot women on the panel?
It's sarcasm, people.
It's sarcasm. Look it up.
If you just sent us a note. And one little thing I wanted to say to everybody that usually you do things, they tell you to turn your phones off. If you want to keep everything on and like Twitter throughout this whole thing, feel free to do so because I figure that's how everybody communicates now anyway. So feel free to do Twittering throughout the entire panel. Send to it, just spell my name right. That's all I ask while you're doing.
I have no reception.
I'm at Comic-Con. It's dope. Why you throw out all my comic books?
I still have one that you have to die on. So, I guess the first thing I would kind of throw out to everyone is you're all in shows that are genre shows to some degree. Is there an advantage, something different, something more fun about doing shows that are, not a CSI kind of show, something that maybe gives you a little bit more freedom to do different things?
Having been a part of genre shows for a major part of my career, I think the most amazing part of it is the fans. They're just as passionate about the shows that we are doing as we are making them, and you don't have that in other shows. You don't have that feedback and that passion.
So, you guys find the same thing?
I concur. I only have a job because of you, so thank you very much. We're family. I mean, that's what happens. How's everybody doing, by the way? I love you guys. I can't even take it.
It's great. Is everybody back at work? I'm curious how, because a lot of the shows that have been on left us with a few cliffhangers and things. Is everybody back at work and resolving all of these? Leading you first, Mr. Williams.
Well, yeah, we just wrapped yesterday our first episode of the new season, and we wrapped up the cliffhanger, the big, the finger cliffhanger.
Wait a turn. How about everybody? Have you got that?
Yeah, we're currently shooting episode 401 right now. Check. Is anybody coming to the Chuck panel tomorrow? It's going to be kind of fun, I'm not going to lie.
How about that? Have you guys?
I go back in a week.
Okay.
We start Superhuman Target a week from Wednesday. And we got a lot of exciting things happening. We got a new showrunner. It's going to be really, really awesome. We get to shoot a lot of guns, a lot of pretty girls, fast cars, all this stuff. So,
Let's make that work. You guys
Come to Vancouver with us?
yeah,
Yeah, we'll have to hang out.
we will. As long as you don't do none of that lizard stuff. If it's this Marina, cool. But bust out with the teeth.
I'm not really a lizard.
What? See? That's what I came for. We're gonna transform.
Just kidding.
Yeah, one of us right there. We're all up there together.
Okay. Does everybody just spend time? What's the place, the hotel where everybody used to hang out?
A certain place.
Yeah.
Morris just answered that like they just said it was an old shack. Everybody stays at a certain place and everybody tries to get out of it. Awful room service.
Remember that? Nobody here from Sutton Place, right? Right. How about you guys? Have you guys started back in production on the yet?
We start shooting August 12th, so pretty soon. Yeah, and we'll start airing in November.
That's kind of important. How long do you get to keep?
It's just a couple more weeks, or I gotta, you guys, if you see our producers, tell them you really love my hair and that you want Anna to have this hair for at least like 2 episodes, right?
There's got to be a storyline that you can work that in somehow.
Yeah,
Should
you
be
know,
that
I
way.
just like, I felt so much emotion that I bleached my hair. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the hot women on our panel. What do you want?
It's a little distracting, I have to say. Why don't we actually, how are you guys for the Cape? Have you started the, I know you've done your pilot, but have you started back to work on doing the series yet? Or?
Not yet. We will go into production soon.
September.
Yeah.
You get like anxious, because I always when you do the pilot, it gets picked up, all good news, are you like really anxious to find out what happens and get going?
Yeah, I mean, if it goes well, next time I'll get a title.
Yeah, no, you know. I'm actually going back to one of the best cliffhangers for the spring. I seen like 5 billion TV shows. I did not see that coming.
Great.
How far in advance did you plan on that?
You know what, that particular, I planned it from day one. We knew at the end of the season, Catherine was going to make her appearance in the Mystic Falls. And we just knew we were going to do it. I wanted to do it as a switch. I wanted her to come in as Elena and fool everyone. And I thought the finger thing came halfway through. You know, we started figuring out who needed to die, who needed to live, and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, we knew from the get-go it was going to be Catherine was going to do the big switcheroo and the kiss that preceded it. So.
Actually, no, I think we have, can we take a look at that? I think we have a scene.
You know, I first met Isabel when I was a teenager. I fell in love with her.